Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to run it. It's Lewis. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near.
Oh, he's got some space. Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
That's caught. It's Villa. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running inside, it's Lewis. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to throw, it's Singleton. Quick completion on the out route. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Looking to get it in, and they will score. Touchdown, App State.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's back. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. On the ground with the counter. Makes a man miss. Here's a little room there. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
I know everyone's yelling like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. He slings it deep to the left. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Hawks will call on their punt team. He's got it. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. The run inside. It's Roberts. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Singleton. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Shaw. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to fire. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they're after him! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The Hawks are marching down the field. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Shaw. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The option, the keeper. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Hawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running inside. It's all. There's some room. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell he took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
That gives him 54 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Stepping to the right. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
Hawks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And nice job by the defense. 1st and goal situation. You can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Offense changing the play.
Sweep. Q. Chip. Slug. There you go.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
I think some people will get upset. What are you doing? Why are you throwing the football away? I'm in field goal range. I take a sack, it makes it a harder field goal. This is a great job by the quarterback understanding the situation and throwing the football away.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Hawks. The defense putting points on the board.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Quickly complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hawks.
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller, you're right. And those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Finds his big tight end. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
At the 45, on his way. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. Doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Makes the grab in their space. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking for a man. It's Singleton. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Misses again, it's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And that is no good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The run inside. It's Shaw. He now has 62 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. The Hawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's got it again. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. If you think passing situations, passing downs, really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
So now it's 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Bush. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Hawks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass. It's Singleton. Plucks it out of the air. There he goes. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He wants to change this route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. He's going to take off. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
Here we go. Ready, go.
To the air on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Booster!
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We start with the home team taking on the Tulane Green Wave.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Beck. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. Can't get him to the ground. Turns it on at midfield. Maybe some room here. At the 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Hawks. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off and make big plays at any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finishes the drive with a thrilling 69-yard run to the end zone. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll try the left side.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running there. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. And the Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's James. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Grabbed over the middle, it's James. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Looking for a crease, it's Lewis. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Leaping grab for a big gain. Touchdown, Appalachian State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Coming out with it, it's McDaniel. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone, gets it to the 28. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Hawks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback making checks. They'll try to get the first through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. At the 40, there he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10.
Booster.
Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the grab. It's Bush.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around.
Could be an alley. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
The Hawks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Hawks! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Singleton. Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. He takes it in. Touchdown, Hawks. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Under fire. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Running inside, it's Lewis. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He's got it on the run, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. The run inside. It's Shaw. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
From the gun on third down. Fires to the right. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Using his legs, it's Shaw. Maybe a crease. Got enough for the first. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Hawks! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Right back to the well. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Going for the big play. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Turn never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Breaks the tackle. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
Let it go.
Oh, got a little grass. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Hawks will line it up on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Sherrill. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. And the ball is free on the pitch. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls over.
The Hawks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He'll do it himself. Oh, it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Handoff from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.